Welcome back. Welcome back, guys, to Project Zero. Rishiv here. You can't hear me very well. Rishiv here with another video podcast over on Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, all that stuff. And this is again Slice of Life, Grandpa's Gramps Slice of Real Life, because for the Gramps. And before we start, of course, you see on the backdrop, what you see is what you get. All of these receipts. Look at all that. We finally sorted as a continuation from the previous episode the receipts into their respective purchases. So from where the purchases, locations of purchase. So maybe from McDonald's, from the Walmart, from Loblaws, from Shop Drug Mart, blah blah. Okay, and so that's kind of the main theme. So first of all, three main things, right? What first of all was your main highlight for the day? How's your day? How's it been going? Second thing, was there a main frustration that you want to discuss? I'm sorry, here I am trying to fiddle with my buttons a little bit. I noticed that I didn't button up. And third, you can always swap out, but you could comment on one thing, give me a little short story about what happened in your day that was relevant to the theme of this video, which is mostly purchases, receipts, for grocery, so food receipts, grocery receipts, any purchases that you made that was notable or you just want to talk a little bit about. And also you can swap it out for something that's a little bit more funny or toss a little joke out there. You could do that instead. So I think that's going to cover at least 15 minutes, because if you take a look here, there's so much there that we have to cover. Before we begin there, we also want to say that there's a little bit of storytelling that I'll give as well. So by the way, this is at least 5 episodes all around, centered around the office. I might just call this a new marathon or whatever you want to discuss it as. Let's put this down. And what I want to talk about first is the storytelling behind that. Again, slice of life, in real life, mixed match together. Okay, so let's put this down here. So, for recyclables, and this is related to the theme that we have here so far. This first, I think we're going to make 2 videos on receipts. The first one's going to be mostly on food itself and the purchases. But the second one will be more on the monetary side of the receipts purchases. So we're talking about looking for values and items that can be claimed under our business expenses, as well as notable. Oh, so in this first one, we're going to have a spreadsheet open, by the way, that's going to cover food and stuff like that. And then the second one, oh, I should showcase this. This would have been a far better thumbnail, to be honest. And it smells really good too. So this is Domino's pizza. And there's a bit of a story to this. So basically yesterday, as I was passing by, going to my new place downtown, trying to put all the cleaning equipment away, all the supplies, Lysol, Pine Sol, drop by the library also to submit an application for the Rogers Connect for internet, stuff like that. I dropped by to find something to eat, and I hadn't eaten anything for 24 hours. By the time it was yesterday, I just didn't find the time. I was just eating like some non-perishable foods. So I dropped by Plaza and we bought something that I hadn't purchased ever in my entire life, and that's Domino's pizza. as well as this feels like one of those food reviews by Brah. But anyways, Domino's pizza, and they had this two mix and match sides deal where you can get one side for $8.99 and another for $8.99. So basically after tax tips is about $20 something. And so I chose their specialty chicken. What was it? Some kind of specialty chicken. It was like barbecue, buffalo, classic buffalo, spicy. And then we also had penne pasta, penne primavera. Probably the best meal I've had in a long time. And then we also dropped by next door to DQ, so Dairy Queen, and picked up some Blizzard ice cream. Again, first time ever purchasing something like that. Anyways, it was a pretty expensive meal. I don't usually buy that much. It's like $30 in total. Open it. Smells great. On the inside, there's nothing left, but that's that. I doused it with a lot of basil and oregano and all that spices I carry with me all the time. And inside here, the pasta, the penne primavera, but it's finished, of course. It's got nice packaging inside here. with the rims here reminds me of like when you go by a restaurant, like the classic Cantonese, Chinese, Hong Kong style restaurants where they give you takeout in an aluminum foil tin, and then they kind of bend it inwards. So it really took me back in time a little bit, and the plaza is quite old-fashioned as well too. So there's recyclables, but the point is this is stuff that we're going to put the receipts inside. And so of course, it's just wax paper. I don't think that receipts should be recycled, but I'm going to do it anyways. So let's turn the camera down here, right? And you can see here all this stuff here, right? Lots of receipts. We're going to probably start on the left-hand side. We're going to start from oldest to new, and we're going to sift through basically the purchases that we went through in each of those locations. See if there's anything notable. I don't think there's usually anything that we have to go in detail about, but it's something a little bit interesting to do. So let's start with the first bundle here, and I'll say something. So what I'm going to do is switch the scene right now to display for a moment, and the reason is because there's a real possible reason for us to do some data entry. So for example, in the database here we have on display, you can see the address and numbers and the different restaurants, okay, to showcase. And so I'm not going to go through them in any major detail. In fact, I shouldn't even be showing the numbers. That was a little bit much. But you can see that on the left-hand side now, on the columns, we have Cucina di Paesano, Fukun Authentic, Honeymoon Dessert, Pho Pad Thai, Bonjour Brioche Bakery. So all of these like friends are French. There's a Chinese, there's a Vietnamese, there's a Italian restaurant. At the time we don't do anymore, but we again used to create entries for all, not only places, the residency places we live, to places we travel, to shopping malls, but also for eateries, of course. It was like a record. So what I'd like to do is, as I'm going through the receipts, basically long story short, I'll make note of anything that I have not recorded here in the location, and there are some places here that are notable. So first thing first, the first bundle here is quite small, but there's a Home Depot at the very end here. So I'm just going to run through these and try to see here. Purchases, I'm assuming it's about, in total, the receipts here should be anywhere between $350 to about $600, I'm assuming. All right, let's go. So the first thing here is a food item, and I believe this one's from it says something express, probably some Japanese express, right near a mall low by. Probably just a block away. $14, it's in the suburbs, $14. And this was with a friend of mine, and we bought some like Japanese Korean sushi mix. Over here we have KFC. I can't say it, it's like Japanese Express, I think that's the name. Next one is eatery as well, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Can't go wrong with that as usual. But that was the first time I bought this in almost years. Yeah, because I usually don't get the chance to eat there. $5.07. We're trying something new. Go bucket, 2 tenders, fries individual. This is just me by myself. On that same day, there's a lot of storytelling too. Behind every receipt, every purchase, you're sitting down either alone, but something else happens, it's significant. Maybe there's a responsibility, but maybe there was a friend. So in this case, there was a volunteer of mine, and he's like in his 60s. He's retired. He used to be a marine biologist for his entire life, and basically he's retired at seniors home, that volunteer, and he always tries to hit me up, and I try to hit him up. So nearby there, locally, is the KFC. Next to it is also the Pizza Hut. That's basically why we were eating there that day. There's a Pizza Hut. I'm trying to speak a little bit paced, but I also have to get through this, so I am speaking faster than normal. There's a lot of storytelling. There's a lot of purchases and pricing here. So this one is about 10.99 cents, literally beside the KFC, back to back. 5-piece boneless bites, my box of tomato sauce with, my personal box pizza, $15.30. All 3 of these purchases I am going to record onto the Excel spreadsheet like I just showed you right now on display. That you saw at OBS Studio, but get the idea. Another one here, we have, so now we're venturing into grocery items here. So we have Dollarama, dollar store, $2.83. Dr. Pepper and chocolate bar, very cheap purchase, just $3. Toss that to the side here. I should show the receipts higher, shouldn't I? I notice that the camera is oriented more towards me than it is towards what I'm holding. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lower it a little bit to adjust for the fact that I realize the camera is a little bit higher than normally would be. It's because we moved the camera from one place to a higher up position. Basically, it used to be on top, based off of the previous videos on The Office. For you guys, it'd be a couple of days. For me, it's back to back. But basically, it was on top of like a canister of like Pepsi, like this. But now it's on top of the lights. Okay. Anyways, back to Dollarama. So we have another purchase, very small, for $4.80. This is a Rainbow Twist, as well as jalapeno chips. That one I bought for my sibling, I'm pretty sure, because he really likes those. Next one here is Dollarama. We got, again, so we got $4 receipts, I think. Crackers, pretzel, candy. That was just like Reese's pretzels. I was trying something new. And picture hanging. So this is something that's a bit of a... It's only $1.50 though, so I don't think I'm going to claim this. But basically, we were going to use it for the new residents. Okay, $9 in total purchase. There's Gatorade in there as well. No frills. Okay, so we're moving on to no frills. Only one receipt here for no frills. Lemon lime. Muruku, that's a Sri Lankan sweet snack. A little story behind there. My colleagues used to be Sri Lankan as well. Alubuja, Karaji Malai. So that's more Indian food as well, I think. Anyways, total of $6.59 after tax, $5.79 before. Then we got two here from Shoppers Drug Mart and Home Depot, and it'll be the first bundle will be finished. The second bundle is really, really long, so I think that's where we're gonna wrap up this particular video is the second bundle. Okay, so we're 11 minutes in anyways. So Shoppers Drug Mart, Nielsen chocolate, $2.29 is the only thing purchased here in Shoppers. This one is milk to go, milk, $4.25. Oh, this was expensive. Who buys milk for $4.50? It's just a small little like 500 milliliter thing. I was just trying it out, but I realized that it was more like a snack drink. You know, it's one of those like strawberry milk or whatever. And they added with like 25 grams of protein, so they tried to upsell you. Anyways, last one, Home Depot. So this one I may decide to claim, but it's only $3.50. So these are braces, the zinc braces. I went to Home Depot to get the braces so I could install the security camera. And it's so that the security camera has to latch on top of the metal door that rolls up and down. Okay. And then, so there's like a little wedge there. So I wanted to put it on top there. That's that. So that's everything. I may claim the Home Depot. The rest of the receipts here are fairly useless when it comes to Dollarama, No Frills, Shoppers Drug Mart. So I'm going to crumple that up. Again, the only thing there that was noteworthy was like $1.25 of shelving, but that's not going to be worth claiming. So the Home Depot zinc braces, we may claim that as office supplies. And then we have these three receipts here, which are potentially useful. KFC, right? And Pizza Hut, root beer as well covered here. And so this stuff will, again, most likely we'll head over to display here for a second on this spreadsheet, and we will